What is mechanical tension? Generating more force and achieving greater stretch are key factors in stimulating muscle growth. However, many lifters have interpreted this too literally, believing that training with heavier weights and increasing the load every session is necessary. This interpretation isn't completely accurate, since research examining the relationship between load and hypertrophy shows that similar muscle growth can be achieved with a wide range of rep schemes and weights. When sets are taken close to failure, muscle growth tends to be similar per set regardless of the weight or rep range used. This already challenges the idea that lifting heavier always equals more muscle. In fact, using lighter weights might be better when considering proper lifting technique. The technique that allows the most weight to be lifted isn't always the one that puts the most stress on the target muscle. To lift the maximum amount of weight, we usually rely on the most biomechanically efficient movement patterns. But when training for hypertrophy, the best results often come from following these technical principles. Using a full range of motion, slowing down the eccentric phase, while reducing momentum from the stretch shortening cycle. Maintaining strict form, so minimizing help from other muscles or joints. Using form that increases tension on the specific muscle being worked. Take squats. For example, a low bar powerlifting style squat to parallel usually lets you lift the heaviest load. However, doing a high bar squat with an upright torso, going to full depth, and avoiding bouncing at the bottom likely provides a stronger stimulus for quad growth, even if the load is lighter. This is another clear example showing that maximum weight isn't always necessary for optimal muscle building. Another concept related to mechanical tension is progressive overload. We aim to gradually increase the mechanical tension over time to see progress. This does not mean trying to max out every session, but it does mean trying to lift a bit more or do more reps over time using good technique. This does not have to happen every week, but improvements in weight or reps over the long term usually indicate muscle growth is happening. This process should come naturally if you're training hard enough. The speed of progress varies depending on your training background, what you eat, how well you sleep, which is critical, your stress levels, and other lifestyle factors. So coming back to the original question, what exactly is mechanical tension? While the term isn't perfectly defined in practical terms, it's most useful to think of it like this. Mechanical tension refers to the internal force placed on muscle fibers. It's not only about the weight on the bar. In hypertrophy training, it's more about how much local stress the muscle experiences. Of course, lifting enough weight to challenge the muscles is important, but it's not the only factor. This likely explains why a wide range of rep and load combinations can lead to similar growth, as long as the set is taken close to failure. It's also why using strict, controlled technique tends to result in better muscle growth. Even though lighter weights are used, they put more stress on the targeted muscle. To summarize, mechanical tension seems to be the main factor behind muscle growth. While its exactly meaning may be unclear, thinking of it as stress on the muscle itself is a helpful guide. Lifters should aim to maximize tension on the target muscle by using controlled technique, training close to failure, choosing loads that are challenging within the 520 rep range. This doesn't mean always lifting the heaviest possible weights. In fact, doing so might make it harder to apply proper form or use a rep range that promotes growth. That said, we still want to progress over time by increasing mechanical tension. This means that, over the long term, you should generally be able to lift more weight or do more reps as a result of solid training. Finally, passive tension. The tension created by stretching the muscle also contributes to mechanical tension. This leads to a few important tips for your workouts. Train through a full range of motion, especially in stretched positions. Include some exercises that challenge the muscle while it's lengthened. Consider adding slight pauses or slow eccentrics when the muscle is stretched during the movement.